Hi everyone, my name is Chang Jie Yu and my metric number is 253793. I'm recording this video for my assignment purpose for my SQIT3014 computer aided class. In this video, I will show you how to create and use the slicer function in Excel with Visual Basics. The data set that I use in this video is a set of data that I get from my university, which is University Utara Malaysia. The dataset includes information of previous graduate students and what they are working for now. The dataset includes information such as program of the graduate study, gender, entrance qualification of the work, working sector, level of work, amount of salary, and the country the graduates working at. The version of Excel that I am using is Excel 2016. Slicer is a function in Excel to allow users to categorize and filter the data as they like. To create slicer function, user will first need to create a pivot table. This is because to use the slicer function, we need to obtain the data from the pivot table. Therefore, the pivot table must be run first before we continue to the slicer function. To create a pivot table, first we need to start with subtract pivot table, and then we need to dim basic variables such as PC as pivot cache, WS as worksheets, PT as pivot table. To create our new pivot cache, we need to set PC equal to this workbook.pivotcache.create. The source type is equal to Excel database, the source data is equal to WS work.name, and then concatenate that with an exclamation mark, and then concatenate that with WS work.range A1, which is mean that the data start from the cell A1, and then the current region.address, which is mean that the cell surrounding by empty cell, or we can see it as every cell that contains data. So this code will generate our pivot cache. Next, I will set up a worksheet to put my pivot table on. So I start with set WS equal to worksheet.add, and then I want to give this worksheet a specific name, so I'm gonna set that ws.name equal to workpivot. Next, ws.range A3.select is mean that the item added into the new worksheet will be start from the cell A3. Now, I can create a pivot table by saying that set pt equal to pc.create pivot table. Table destination equal to active cell mean that the table will start from the range A3, and then the table name is given as workpivot. In this example, I use program as Excel row field and level of work as Excel column field. The pivot field is level of work, and the orientation is equal to Excel data field. The position is equal to 1. The function is equal to Excel count. We can run this code, and then the simple pivot table is created. Now we can proceed into the slicer function. This new code starts with sub-add slicer. First, we need to dim variables such as WS as worksheets, PT as pivot table, SC as slicer cache, and SL as slicer. After declaring the variable, we can move into set WS as worksheets with a given name workpivot. And we can also set PT as ws.pivot table with a given name workpivot, which is same as the pivot table name that we set above. Now we are ready to start working with our slicer objects. We will start the slicer cache. Slicer cache is used for represent the item displayed in the slicer. It is used for accessing the collection of slicer cache objects in a certain workbook or worksheets. To create a slicer cache, we need to start by saying set sc equal to this workbook.slicercache.add2. PT is the source of data. Slicer get the data from here. PT is the pivot table that we dim above, which we set it as workpivot. Country is a source field. This is the data that we choose. Slicer will take all country and save in slicer cache objects. Country slicer cache is the name of the slicer cache. And then we continue with Excel slicer cache type .Excel slicer. Now I have done my slicer cache and can add a slicer to it. First, need to set SL equal to sc.slicer.add with parameters WS, country slicer, choose country. To create the slicer, WS is the destination of the slicer, which is the worksheet that we create. Second item is the level parameter, and we can skip that. Country slicer is the name of the slicer, and the last field is the caption that will show in my slicer. Then we can run the Excel. In order to select multiple options in the slicer, we need to first click on the multi-select button. Then by clicking on the option button in Excel, we can change the color of the slicer and also the number of the column. In conclusion, slicer in Excel VBA are used as a visual filter. Using a slicer in Excel, people can filter the large amount of data in pivot table by clicking on the types of data. In the example above, I use slicer to filter the data by country. It can be changed into any other things in the data sets. It is convenient especially when you need to focus on different subjects or fields. By using a slicer, you can simply filter out all the unwanted components from your table. I hope my video did help you in create and use slicer function in Excel VBA. Thanks you for watching.